In this video, we have a look at the activity Chase to 100. You'll find the worksheet for this activity on the You Do the Maths website. Just click on the menu header for Teachers. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel when you've finished watching this video. Before we have a look at a simulation of the game, let's have a look at the basic rules. The game involves two players. They must select from the numbers shown on the screen. Both players add towards the same total. The first player that is able to make that total equal to exactly 100 wins the game and scores 3 points. If that's not possible, but a player can force their opponent to make the total be in excess of 100, then they can win 4 points. Also, if a player is able to make the total 100 and they can do that in 5 or less selection of the numbers, then they achieve 6 points. Let's have a look at a simulation of the game. Each player has a list of numbers that they can choose from, and they're shown on the screen. Once a number is chosen, it can't be used again, and those numbers combine to add up to a running total. So in the first case, player 1 chooses 2. Player 2 then selects 20, so the running total is now 22. And this continues where the turns are taken alternately to select a number. Player 1 now chooses 10, so the running total is 32. Keeping in mind that we want to try and get exactly 100 or force our opponent to make that total bigger than 100. By adding 25, we now get a score of 57. At this stage, both players have used 2 moves. If either player is able to make the total exactly 100 by making 5 or less of their own selections, then they achieve maximum points, which is 6. So player 1's just selected 12, which makes the total now 69. It's now player 2's choice, and they're going to add 15 to make the total 84. So now we're at a value which is going to be very close to 100, so players must be careful about the numbers they select, just in case they allow their opponent to make an easy selection to add up to a total of 100. Player 1 chooses 5, which makes the total now 89. It's a good choice because there's no value of 11 to add up to 100, so player 2 must make another selection to get closer to 100. They choose 5, which makes the total now 94. Another good choice because there's no 6 value, which allows an easy selection up to 100. Player 1 now chooses the value 1, which makes the total 95. Now player 2 is not able to use 5 to make 100, but what they can do is push the total towards 100 to make it harder for player 2. So if they add 4 now to make it 99, player 1 can't use 1 because they've already used it. So they're forced now, with their next selection, to make the total over 100. And by doing that, they choose 4. The total exceeds 100. That means that player 2 has won the game and has scored 4 points because they've forced their opponent to make the total in excess of 100. Players can keep playing the game and combine their points to see who achieves the highest number of points and wins overall.